But now I'm proud to present a close, personal friend of mine. Please make some noise for Mr. John Schmidt.
How's everybody doing tonight? You doing all right? Let's try that again, because this is supposed to be a party, right? How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Oh, I was really nervous to get up here, so I started drinking. Now I'm drunk and nervous. Oh, gosh. You learn something new every day. At least that's what they say. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know I learned something the other day. I learned that if you're laying in bed with your girlfriend and you start to frolic around a little bit and you decide to give her a Zerber on her special spot, it will give it back. Yep, it doesn't matter how many times you try it. It's just like return to sender. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Who left the hillbilly on stage? I think it was that bald guy back in the corner. My buddy called me up the other day. He's like, "Hey, John," because that's my name. He's like, "Hey, John, let's go to Kentucky and buy us a horse." I was like, "Go to Kentucky and buy us a horse? I live in an apartment building. What am I doing with a horse?" But somehow he talked me into it anyhow. Next thing I know, we're down in Kentucky looking at this horse, right? Don't neither one of us know anything about the horses. Well, that ain't completely true. I know what they look like. That's about it. We didn't want to get cheated though, you know, so we tried to bluff our way through it. As soon as we got there, my buddy, he got down underneath the horse and started to pushing on its pecs, checking its muscle tone. I wasn't going to get that far into it. I just walking around the horse. I just kind of kicking it on the hooves a little bit. It tried to kick me back. Like, you don't want to start like this, Mr. Ed. Oh my goodness. I think the horse was like 3/4 thoroughbred and 1/4 pigeon toe, because this one leg was kind of cocked in a little bit. I ain't think nothing about it, you know what I mean? I started walking around to the back of the horse, and that's when I noticed it didn't have no tail. Apparently, if you leave your horse unlocked in Kentucky, somebody will steal its tail. I wasn't worried about it though, because I just thought I'd go to the Walmart and get one of them mud flaps that got Yosemite Sam on it. Like, back off. Because you don't want to see the horse's goodies there. So I walk around to the other side of the horse, right? The guy selling the horse is just standing there. So I thought I'd try to strike up a conversation with him. I was like, "Hey, what you feed this horse?" And he was like, "Yeah." I thought that was kind of rude myself, but he had his boy there with him, so I left it go. And his boy, oh my goodness. He had the worst case of the freckles I'd ever seen in my life. They was all over his face, all over his neck and his ears. It was terrible. So the boy runned off to play out in the pasture, and I took that opportunity to say something to his dad. I was like, you ought to do something about the freckles on that boy's face. Well, come to find out, it wasn't the freckles at all. He was standing too close to the horse when it farted. My goodness. I was glad to hear it, though. You know, that way I knew in a couple of weeks the boy would be just fine when it wore off. That's just wrong, ain't it? I'm sorry. Oh well, so I goes back to the horse, and this time I get to the front of the horse, right? And his tongue is hanging out, so I go ahead and grab it to hold him still. And I look him straight in the eye. Well, it was his forehead, because he was looking that way. Oh my goodness. But that's when I noticed that the horse was wheezing a little bit, you know. But it was allergy season, so I didn't think nothing about it. Thought maybe we just stop and get it some Zyrtec or something. Oh my goodness. So anyhow, we went ahead and bought the horse, right? We get coming back home, and wouldn't you know it, we get halfway back from Kentucky and the son of a bitch dies. So now it's just me and the horse, right? Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to go ahead and ride it to the funeral procession. I think you would have wanted it that way. Oh. I'm not sure where they're going to put that little purple flag. All right, that's all I got.